that Indian workers are either killed or suffer life-changing injuries on a regular basis. It's absolutely appalling. And unfortunately, these tend to be the lower caste Indians, and this again just does really highlight this sort of difference between the Sikh community and the rest of India, but particularly the Hindu community, who still structure their lives around this caste system, which ensures that there are those, and particularly the majority, remain in the lower caste and remain essentially kept down and in poverty. It is very hard for them to break through those barriers to improve their lives, to get essentially less poor and actually improve their quality of life. They are kept at these low levels, which means they have absolutely no control over their own lives, and they are used as assets. They are used by the wealthy to build their wealthier lives, and that is what happens certainly in Arabic countries like Qatar and the UAE, where they, with all due respect, they just don't care. They're just cheap workers from abroad, and the populations are enormous. I mean, the numbers that we're talking, I think in the UAE, it's something like 38% of the demographic in the UAE is from India, and most of those are the poor, lower caste Indians working on these construction sites. Likewise in Qatar, I think it's something like a quarter of the population are these Indian workers. And of course, most of them are living in dreadful conditions, which I have seen firsthand. It is absolutely shocking for someone coming from the West to see the conditions they live and work in. And who's doing what about it? Well, I do hope that Narendra Modi is standing up for his people. But unfortunately, as we often say, the caste system is so deeply embedded in Hindu culture that I think it's very unlikely that Narendra Modi will do anything about it. He'll pay lip service to it, saying, well, just don't treat my workers so badly, will you? Right, let's move on to more important matters and then talk about commercial interests. And I think it literally will be as bad as that. I just don't think Narendra Modi, being of course from one of the higher castes, I don't think he's a Brahmin, I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll get corrected on that by our audience. But certainly the ruling classes of India, the Brahmanical elite of India, they don't care about their lower caste Hindu population. They're there to do the work. They're there to clean the streets or clean the sewers. They're there to send abroad, to ship money back into India that can then boost the Indian economy, which of course then that wealth can then get sucked upwards, back again up towards that ruling Brahmanical elite. The machine works very well for the Brahmanical rulers of India. So it is in their interest to export their workers. It's in their interest to maintain this caste system. And unfortunately, this, I think, is a very sad extension of that very system that currently props up a desperately unequal society in India. And this is, again, where the Sikh community are so justified in promoting the concept of Khalistan, where this whole caste system was rejected by Sikhi from its very foundation.